Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. It is time for another installment of my craft room reorganization slash moving from the basement up to a spare bedroom. I have got piles of things, as you can see, that have interrupted the cleanness and tidiness that I had been through at this point, but it always gets worse before it gets better, right? And this is the last of it. So I have got about 99% of the stuff moved out of the basement. So I have two carts that are mostly just messy and need tidied up, but the carts do need a space to belong in this room. I believe this cart with the trays on it will probably go in the corner behind my chair because back there is a little gap with some drawers, and I've got a new camera here, so it's very sensitive to the focus. Those drawers back there, I don't get into very often, so I think the cart can go there, and I'll just pull it out when I need to get into the drawers. As you can see, I've got piles of things going on again. A lot of this is my color situation. So as you can see, I don't think I had my color wall up last time, so that is up now and halfway ready to go. I do have a couple of different piles of color and one more pegboard way back there that I'm going to mount up above and finish off my color wall. These two shelves over here have space on them, so I need to rearrange the shelves to fit tall stuff down here on the bottom, because I had it up on the top and I wasn't liking that. So we're going to make all the tall stuff fit on the bottom. What else have we got in here? Just piles. The piles aren't as bad as they had been in the beginning. Most of this stuff needs to get out of this room. I have a few more inks that need to find a home. I did get one more shelf to mount above here, so those inks will likely get mounted on a shelf up there. Let's see. Oh, I did get a mat for my chair because these wheels are super rolly. And one of the things I wanted when moving out of the basement was a level floor. It turns out this floor is not level. It goes up on this side just like the basement does. And that's just how it is. So this chair just wants to roll downhill on me. This mat is helping a little bit, not a lot, so I don't know what I'm going to do. This chair is kind of on its last legs. As you can see, the fabric is all falling apart and it's flaking off onto the floor. So maybe if I replace the chair, we'll have a little bit better time of that. So yeah, that's that. Oh, the other thing that's happening is I keep running my chair into the corner of this desk, so I may need to push this desk so that it actually bumps up against the shelf. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap here. So if I put this all the way against the shelf, I'll have to store stuff down there that I don't get into as often. So we'll see how that works out. I also think I'm going to remove this extra clamp-on shelf because it's making it a little hard to get to this stuff. And it's just going to be another shelf where I will pile a mess of stuff, and I don't want that. So I think that shelf is going to go away. What else have we got since the last update? Honestly, I don't remember where I left off because there was a lot of life in between. Had a camping trip, had my middle kid came, and actually speaking of that, this IKEA couch folds out into about a twin-size bed. So we put this to the test recently when my middle kid and one of their co-workers came to use our house as base camp for a job that they were doing in a nearby town. And this got slept on and used and was pronounced comfortable. Caveat with that is that we do put an extra foam roll on it, and that worked to make it nice and comfy. And that foam roll is currently, the foam roll is currently stored in that closet. So I need to reorganize that closet, which will make room for some of this stuff. Ooh, I've got a bin of felt pieces here, which I'm going to roll up and stack vertically as rolls into this bin that I just removed the labels from. And I'll have a pretty colorful bin of rolled up felt in there. At any rate, that is the current update. I can show you the basement in a moment so that you can see the progress we've made downstairs. And we'll do that, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, here is a quick peek of what the basement looks like. As you can see, I've got most all of the bins moved out. This is a couple of bins of stuff that I need to sort through, but most of it probably won't be staying. Really, really old spray paints and things. This is some various wraps that I use in crafting, so I have to figure out what to do with those. A little bit of this stuff needs to go in my space because it's spare 12 by 12 pages and chipboard, but again, that might end up just being stored when I move my actual scrapbooks up to the family room, but those shelves are full of puzzles and kids' games right now, and that all needs to be stored away in storage for now before this stuff will fit. I've got just a few things that are staying down here. These are books about crafting, and they will need to go onto bookshelves that will be moving. In fact, this bookshelf may move that way some. All this stuff is staying. That stuff needs to be sorted through. That stuff is going. So really, all of my supplies are out of here. This is just what is left over from my reorganization. Lots and lots of empty storage stuff since I have moved to a different storage system. So, I just noticed that my YouTube celebration numbers are up there, so I need to move those upstairs as well. It is the end of the day, and I have made very little progress because I'm running out of room, and trying to shuffle things around to squeeze other things in isn't working very well. So I need to tackle the closet next because that bin actually could all fit in vacuum bags and store it in the linen closet. So I need to clean out the linen closet in order to fit this stuff in, and all that stuff will go in one of these bags. The silhouette machine might need to go back downstairs, even though I want to have it accessible for when I'm testing out my digital designs, but I just can't do it all, right? All right, this is the foam pad that we put on the couch bed, but as you can see, the closet is still full of stuff. So we have too many blankets. I'm gonna go through all of this stuff, pare down sheets, pare down blankets, store all that stuff in the overcrowded linen closet, and then way back in the corner is wrapping paper stuff. It's a little hard to see it in the dark there, but all of that needs to go downstairs, so this comes next.